Alright, so here's the mounted tire on the wheel. To have it mounted, that's close enough for me. The top speed, so I've been told, is 90. I haven't even ridden this bike on the interstate or anything, just back roads. And close enough. It's not doing 180 miles per hour. So that will suffice. So these tires, these are Dunlops. First time using Dunlops. The rear was a little bit of a bear, just because I guess having the bead fall into the drop center was a problem, but fixed by some of those paintbrush handles. Just a block of wood. A couple of them was enough. Yeah, but these are Road Smart Dunlop Sportmax Road Smart 3s. Yes, they're on the 4s right now, but it is September 2023, and I'm not going to lie, these are basically all that I could find in my price range. Pretty low price range, given my goals with this bike and everything that's gotten done to it. But my boy Jared at motosport.com, there's a Moto Madness there for you, a nice little plug. So Jared, I was able to order up this set of tires from them, and unfortunately the front was basically MIA. He hooked me up. This is not a paid endorsement or anything, and that means I'm going to talk it up more, right? So, getting this beast back on here. So, because this is pretty simple, I'm not sweating the dirty grease. Actually, if you look close enough, the grease is actually not that dirty. But, to be honest, the first reason is I don't have the grease. I have, what do I have? It's white lithium grease, which I guess is not recommended for this use. Anyways, I'm not going to sweat it, because if this thing, just the fact that this comes apart so easily means that I can take it apart again with, not having it be a huge issue. But that might be something I put on the back burner until the springtime, 2024. Okay, so you need to listen to this a little bit, as far as, here's some advice. When you have the wheel at this position, why don't you just go ahead and make sure your bearing is running smoothly? That's actually, oh look, there's the clean grease. That's actually more important than making sure there is grease, or at least clean grease. So if your bearing is notchy or like wiggly, if any part of it wiggles in there or doesn't run real smoothly, that can lead to a catastrophic failure. I don't think you want that, especially on some of your more high performance bikes out there. Let's see if that's high enough. No. I think it's the same height as the rear, which means that high. That much. Ribbon on the fender a little bit, which means we start with this one. Then we move it on up with one hand. Up to around there. That's close enough for these shenanigans, at least. So, let's make sure the rotation is good. Yep, we're going this way. tight. I'm sorry, Guten tight, German torque specs for some things. Put this brake back on here, which I was happy to see. The pads are in good condition. Let's see, so I'll wiggle it on here, I guess. So far, so good. Alrighty. There we have it. I might just take a torque wrench, loosen that up again, and do a torque wrench on that just because I have one. But there you go. So we got these Dunlop Road Smarts on here. The front looks nice. Really curious to see how they operate. And if you saw previously, well, actually first, before all that, I gave it a shower, roughly. I did the sprockets and chain back there. We're going to test out this clip-on style here. I am curious to see how that works out. So when you clean the chain, I have to make sure to not... Sometimes I kick the tire this way instead of the normal rotation, and they say to not... Just be weary of knocking that loose. But might have to adjust that again. It looks a little... We'll see. But there it goes.